Hey guys, Damon Hazelbane here. Welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I just felt like I should come on camera and share my whole journey, my whole process. Since the last nearly 2.5 years, I've been working out, consistently, going through the process and everything. Because when I started out, I was really skinny, and put on a lot of mass, obviously by bulking and stuff and training right. So I had to go through a lot of trial and error. Had to go through the whole process and try out different things. And finally, after over 2 years, I'd say for the last year or so, I've been doing it right. I've been seeing good growth. So I'm doing something right. I've learnt a lot about this, this journey about weightlifting, muscle growth, fitness. So yeah, I'll just tell you guys my full process from start till now, and then after that, I'll give you guys every bit of advice that I can take out from my process straight to you guys, so you can get some good muscle growth and do it right. So yeah, starting off on my journey, I was really skinny. I was when I was really young, I was really pretty bony, because I'm pretty tall, I was always long and skinny. So yeah, I hated the way I looked. People used to kind of pick on me for being a little bit skinny, for being skinny and stuff. But I always had a passion for lifting weights. Since I was a kid, I picked up a dumbbell and I just fell in love with it, because I went through a lot of messed up things, and that was the only bit of joy or whatever I found, just getting a pump or whatever. But yeah, so since a young teenager, a kid, pretty much since I was a kid, I've always had a passion for lifting weights, but I started taking it serious around 16, 17. I would say 17 is when I fully began to take it serious. I'm 19 now, 19 in a few months. So we'll start off by telling you guys the process from when I was 17. So when I was 17, I started actually lifting consistently, daily, every week. And I started, picking up the fork, trying to eat more. I started having protein shakes, trying to eat more protein. I was living at my dad's house, working out downstairs with just a bit of equipment, one bench, some dumbbells, Olympic barbell and stuff like that. I was doing a lot of push-ups and body weight, stuff like that. And I was seeing a little bit of growth, as newbie gains. Yeah, I was seeing a little bit of growth finally, for the first time in my life. But I wasn't doing it very correctly, because I just started. I was just trying to get to know all the different exercises and just get a feel of, of all the exercises, I guess. So yeah, I never had been to a gym around that stage. And then I moved out of my dad's house, and I started going to the gym. And I weighed around 80 kilos then. Right now, fast forward, right now I weigh 97, so I'm 213 pounds. So I've put on a lot of mass, nearly 20 kilos of muscle and some fat, obviously, from bulking. But yeah, back to the story. I started at the gym. I was 80 kilos. I did not know what I was doing. I was just going around using all the different equipment, trying to get a feel of what works best for me, what exercises I like, just trying out different rep ranges, different set ranges, different training styles, whatever. I was just kind of going in the gym and just winging it. Didn't really have a stable routine or split really that I was sticking to. I was just getting myself in the gym, being consistent, and then a little bit after that, I started actually tracking my protein and making sure I was eating enough protein per pound of body fat at the time. But I wasn't tracking my calories, so I was just eating whatever I could. And I think I was only eating like around maintenance, so I wasn't really in a surplus. But I was seeing some muscle growth. Fast forward to around last year, I actually started tracking my calories, and I actually realized that I wasn't eating enough calories. I wasn't in a surplus. Like, I wasn't eating enough calories to bulk. So yeah, I started eating enough calories. I was eating enough protein a bit, kind of. I was trying to. I started trying to stick to like a actual workout split. But I was never really consistent with it much. So yeah, I started tracking my calories and seeing more growth that I've ever seen since I first began. At the time, I was doing like push-pull legs, but I wasn't very consistent with it. And then I wasn't really eating enough protein, but as of now, I started eating enough protein, tracking my protein, eating enough calories, getting in the gym, and actually sticking to a proper split and applying progressive overload, lifting heavier each time that I get in the gym and stuff like that. And I've been seeing the most growth ever in my whole journey, like in the past maybe 6 months or something. So yeah, ever since I started eating enough calories and getting in a surplus, eating enough protein, applying progressive overload, and stuff like that, and actually training properly, like, sticking to a split that works for me, and going through like different training styles, like high intensity, low volume, high volume, low intensity, trying different ranges of sets, and all that stuff. I finally hit the nail on the head, and I'm seeing what works best for me now. So yeah, I've pretty much figured it out a lot. Obviously, there's more to learn. It's a science. You got to keep learning more, but seeing some good progress in my own life for what works for me. So that kind of concludes my journey from when I started to take it serious till now, over 2 years and a few months or whatever. So yeah, you guys probably have a bit of an idea on how my journey has been so far. So I'll just take out the advice and what I've learned that works best for me to build more muscle efficiently. I'll just take that out from my journey and give it straight to you guys in the best way possible that I can give it to you guys. So guys, the biggest tips that I can give you guys that I can take from my journey, from what I've learned in my experience, in my process from when I began my fitness journey till now. Number one biggest tip I'm going to give you guys is going to be, when you're just starting out, when you're a beginner, you don't know really what you're doing or whatever, you don't really need to take it so serious, like have a full routine and a full split and all that stuff. My biggest advice is just make sure you're getting yourself in the gym, and just focus on consistency, getting yourself in the gym you know, like at least 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 5 days a week or whatever. And, you know, just go into the gym and just try out all the different machines, all the different, you know, dumbbells, barbells, and learn all the different exercises. You know, start off learning the basics like your compound movements and stuff like that. And, you know, start off lifting light with higher reps so you can really get that form on point, you know, nail down your form before you start lifting heavier. You know, drop your ego, humble yourself, and lift light, which is something that I had to, you know, learn myself. Something I wish I had learned sooner, because there's no point just going straight to lifting heavy and then you got to pretty much relearn your form later on down the track. So, you know, just get in the gym, lift light with high reps, and make sure you're getting your form on point. You know, just try out all the different exercises and stuff like that. And the second biggest tip that I've got that I can take out from my process and my experience is going to be make sure you're tracking your calories, because if you're just eating whatever you think is enough most of the time, you're not really going to be eating enough, which is what I had to learn. So you can get like an app like Macro Factor or MyFitnessPal or something like that, where you can track your calories and make sure that you're getting in a surplus so that you can really see that mass and that muscle growth that you're trying to see. Because when I was just eating whatever I wanted without tracking my calories, I realized I wasn't eating nowhere near enough. So that's one of the biggest tips that I can give you guys. Yeah, so just get one of them apps I told you and find out your daily energy expenditure, which is your which is how many calories you need in a day to maintain your weight that you have right now. You find that out, and obviously if you're trying to bulk and get in a surplus, you eat over that. So like, you know, if you're a hard gainer, eat, I'd say, around maybe 1,000 calories over your daily energy expenditure, which is what I did, and I've seen some crazy mass. Or you can even, you know, do 300 to 500 calories over your daily energy expenditure. That's fine. Still, you'll still put on mass, just not as fast or whatever. That's the second biggest tip, and that leads me to my third biggest tip that I can take from my journey and my process, which is going to be make sure you're eating enough protein. Make sure you're tracking your protein daily, because if you're just, you know, kind of winging it, eating as much protein as you can during the day without actually knowing how much protein you're eating, there's a big chance that you could be eating not enough. So, you know, the perfect amount is, you know, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body fat at like the least, or, you know, ideally I'd recommend 1 gram per pound of body fat, which is what I pretty much do. So say if you're like 200 pounds, then 1 gram per pound of body fat would be 200 grams of protein per day. So that's a big, very important thing, getting enough protein in, because that goes back to the second tip I gave you. If you're eating enough calories and you're not eating enough protein, you'll just put on a lot of fat and you won't really be putting on much muscle, which is what I'd done wrong at one point. So couple them both together, eat enough protein and eat enough calories, and you will see some crazy mass, obviously with correct training. And that leads us to the fourth biggest tip and advice I can give you guys from my journey, which is going to be make sure you're applying progressive overload. So if you don't know what progressive overload is, that's pretty much just, you know, each week you're trying to overload your muscles in a different type of way. So that can be through like, that can be, through just, lifting heavier each week, or trying to get more reps than you did last week. It can even be trying to add more sets. Also, you can even shorten your rest periods. Like say you do 90 seconds rest in between each set. You can go down to 60 seconds or even 30 seconds, like that's also a form of progressive overload. Just kind of shocking the muscle, changing up the intensity, whatever, doing drop sets and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure can be a form of progressive overload. Slowing down the tempo on the way down, just things like that. You got to always try and challenge your muscles, because they're not really going to grow from the same load, the same weight, the same reps, the same, going into the gym each week, doing the same things. Also, you want to change your exercises up. So stick to, have a routine, and stick to the same exercises for each muscle group for like maybe 4 weeks, for like a month, or even 6 weeks, and then change it up, add different exercises into your routine, because that can help shock the muscle, give a different kind of stimulus, isolate the muscle more, like using different exercises. So you got to constantly try and shock the muscle, challenge the muscle, and then you will see your muscles grow. So that's the fourth biggest tip: progressive overload. Probably added a little bit of other things in with that kind of ties in with it, but the fifth biggest advice and tips from my journey that I can take out for you guys, is definitely going to be a workout splits. So make sure you find the right workout split that works for you. Find something that you can stick to long term, instead of just seeing what works for someone else, seeing someone else doing a good workout split and it works for them, and you want to do it, but it kind of doesn't fit in with your schedule, or you just don't like it, or you feel like you won't be able to stick to it long term, then you don't have to do that. Just try out all the different workout splits, like bro split, one muscle group a day, push pull legs, Arnold split, um, full body splits, upper lower splits. There's a lot of splits out there, so just try them all out and see what works best for you, because you're in this for the long game. It's a lifestyle, so you need to have a proper workout split that you can actually see yourself sticking to in the long term, because that's where the most progress and gains are going to come from, is over time, because it's a bit of a process. It takes years of hard work, consistency, discipline to really see muscle growth. Doesn't just happen overnight. So make sure you're sticking to something that works for you, that you can stick to long term. So yeah, that's 5 of the biggest tips and advice I can take out from my journey, from my process to you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the advice. That's pretty much the best advice I can give to you guys that will really help you build muscle and see some good success and progress in your fitness journey, in your muscle building journey. Um, you know, that's like that's like over 2 years of learning and, wisdom and knowledge from my own life that I gave straight to you guys in just a matter of minutes. So, you know, that will really help you if you apply all those things that I told you. You will see some really good growth. You will see your body change and your muscles grow. So yeah, just another little thing I want to add on the side to give you guys. It's kind of best to stick to clean foods. You know, try and eat clean, try and eat healthy as much as you can. Try and limit, you know, dirty bulking, because you just put on an excess amount of fat. Like, you put on too much fat that is kind of unnecessary, you know, because you just got to cut it off either way, like when you go into a cutting phase. So, you know, just take your time, slow and steady, eat the right foods. And I guess I'll add a sixth one in here. Sixth biggest advice I can give to you guys, like a diet point of view. I'll just give you guys some of the best protein sources, fats and carbs that have helped me put on mass. So the best protein sources is going to be salmon, really good protein, high in omega-3s, fatty acids, which is really good for you. Chicken breast, chicken thighs, you know, all that good stuff. Really good protein. Chicken breast is probably the best, and that's a bar. um, you know, steaks, red meat, lamb, all that stuff. You know, it can be a good protein source, but I don't personally eat red meat anymore because it just makes my stomach health not very good and stuff. But it can be good for you guys. Everyone's different. You know, meats, all that stuff. Peanut butter even has some protein in it. You know, you can get protein powders, but try and get your protein mainly from food sources. And just have a protein shake, like, here and there, to get in that extra bit of protein if you need to. So yeah. So mainly, like, just get your protein mainly from like meats, you know, meats and fish, and eggs, good protein, you know, egg whites, all that stuff. The best carbs are going to be oats, really good carbs. Pasta, definitely a really good one. Rice is really good. And yeah, that's pretty much my main carb sources that I usually eat. Fats, you know, avocados, peanut butter, coconut is really good that I use for fats. Like, because I personally don't eat dairy, so I eat like coconut yogurt, which is a good alternative for anyone that can't eat dairy, because I get acne from dairy. So any of you guys get acne as well from dairy, you can still eat yogurt, but just go in the store and look for coconut yogurt. It's definitely really good to make like yogurt recipes with oats and all that good stuff. So fats, coconut, you know, you can buy coconut pieces or whatever, coconut yogurt, avocados, peanut butter, I said. You know, olive oil, avocado oil, you know, for cooking with and stuff, can add some more calories and good fats for you, healthy fats. You know, try and stay away from bad oils, like them seed oils, like sunflower oil and canola oil and all them bad oils, because, you know, it's bad for your heart, bad for your health. And yeah, just try and stick to good oil like olive oils, avocado oils, coconut oil even, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, that's a little bit of a brief, that's briefly the proteins, carbs and fats that I've eaten to help me, you know, in my journey to build muscle. Definitely bananas are a really good carb source as well that I love to eat a lot, you know. So yeah, just wanted to add that last little gem in there. You know, if you struggle to eat enough calories when you're bulking, add in some smoothies during the day. You can make like 1,000-calorie smoothie and just down it. Comment down below if you want to see me post on my YouTube recipes for smoothies, and even just like high protein recipes in general or whatever, because I've got some pretty good recipes that I eat. Making smoothies is definitely a big help in getting in your extra calories, especially if it's like near the end of the day and you don't really feel like eating anymore, and you can just down that last 1,000 calories or whatever on your bulk. So yeah, that's another little piece I'm going to add in there. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I hope you guys learned something, took something in from my journey, my process, and I hope you guys can apply these things that I've given you into your own journey, your own life, and grow muscle and see some good progress with your fitness journey, you know, in achieving your dream physique. Make sure you guys drop a like down below, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notifications. Turn on the bell so you're updated whenever I post a new video. Bangers on the way. Really wanting to level up my content and, you know, build up this community, build up my community. So yeah, help me out with that by subscribing. Check out my Instagram and my TikTok. The links will be in the description. Yeah, so that pretty much concludes everything. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.